Wasn't for this song, I swear I would be dead right now. I mean, guys. Yes, guys, a song seriously saved my life. I'm not even kidding. My family and I were saved because of a song on the radio. So, guys, the setting of the entire story of like when this actually happened was in 2011. I think it was 2011, might be 2010, but I'm pretty sure it's 2011. In South Carolina, and we are driving on a highway to my Florida house that we had at the time. We were selling it, so what we were doing is like we were going to be moving some stuff, so we had to go down, and we always used to drive to Florida. I know it's a long trip to drive from New York to Florida. It's like a 2-day trip, but you know what? It was always fun. It was a fun family thing we used to do, and it was the last trip we were going to do. So we're taking this trip down, and the funny thing is, at the same time that I'm taking the trip down, my friend Joe is also taking a trip down to Florida as well, which is pretty funny. So believe it or not, he ended up passing us at one point in time on the road, which is kind of funny. Unplanned, by the way, completely unplanned. But anyway, we are driving, and the weather is really bad. I mean, the weather it's rainy and stormy, it's thundering, lightning, it's pretty bad. And my dad's like, wow, this weather's getting worse. And the more we drive, the worse and worse the weather's getting. Like, I mean, it went from the point where it was a tiny storm to like, wow, this is a little bit, we should probably worry about this a little bit, to like, holy crap. This is ridiculous. Like, this is like absolutely, we need to find a safe like shelter. Like, it was something like that. So we're driving, and my dad decides to turn on the radio and just flip through some stations. Now, we have no idea what stations there are. We're really far away from anywhere that we're used to being. We're in South Carolina. I haven't been in South Carolina in I don't know. Like that was the last time. But we really don't go there. Obviously, like we're just driving through just to get to Florida. So what ends up happening is we're switching through channels, and a radio station comes on. My father's favorite band, ELO, it's Jeff Lynne's Electric Light Orchestra, was playing on the radio. It was playing Mr. Blue Sky. If you never heard the song Mr. Blue Sky, here it is.
Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long.
Mr. Blue Sky is a great song. You probably heard it in like a bunch of movies. And we decided to play that because my dad's like, oh, look, we'll go my favorite song. So he puts his favorite song on. And the weather is starting to like get like okay, and we're like, oh, this is great. It's like Mr. Blue Sky, yay! Like, it's a funny song. And not only is it Mr. Blue Sky, but the sky's also starting to look nice. Like, everything's starting to get nicer. And we're driving. All of a sudden, the emergency like warning, like that warning sound comes on the I don't know what it's called, but it comes on the radio, and a voice comes on, and the guy says there is a tornado crossing across the highway, like less than a mile from where we are about to drive, like up on the highway. And we're like totally panicking, totally freaking out. Thankfully, there's actually an overpass, like a bridge overpass, over the highway. So we're like, okay, we're going to go underneath it. Even though it's not the greatest idea, we're going to go underneath it, try to seek a little bit of shelter from whatever's happening. Hopefully the tornado won't get to us. Guys, I am not even kidding, okay? I'm not even kidding right now. I see this tornado crossing the road in front of us. Like, it's just far enough away that it's not moving our car, okay? It's just far enough away that it's not moving us, but it was, like, really bad. It was bad to the point where, I mean, it totally, it's funny thing is that it didn't destroy the road to the point where it wasn't drivable, but it destroyed everything else around it. There must have been a pool company somewhere, like a pool, like an above ground pool company somewhere, because there were above ground pools all over the place, all over houses, all over like the fields that were around. It was really funny. There's just like a bunch of pools everywhere. There were parts of houses like on the side of the road. We're just like slowly driving through now after like staying in this like standstill traffic for 5 hours. It was crazy. Apparently, my friend Joe, who had driven past us earlier, just made it past it as well, and was actually in moving traffic, so he got ahead of it. We got stuck behind it, but thankfully we didn't continue driving, because people continued driving. The people who continued driving actually got hurt. There were some people who got hurt. I remember seeing cars everywhere, and I remember seeing a lot of police cars and fire trucks and all this other, EMTs, everything coming and helping people. But it was crazy, guys. It was absolutely nuts. I'm very thankful that we actually turned the radio on. I'm very thankful that ELO was playing, because we decided to stop on that exact channel and listen to the radio, because apparently that was like the area's radio station. Like it was the station for like that town or whatever we were in, and they were broadcasting that on it. So whether it was on another radio station or not, we would have probably turned off the radio if it wasn't for hearing that song, because my dad was just getting tired of flipping through channels. So thank God for that song. Honestly, I am alive because of that song in a way, if you think about it. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. This has been Vicky428. I hope you guys have enjoyed the story. If you did, smack that like button, subscribe if you're new, and as always, it doesn't cost anything to be kind. Thank you guys for being so awesome. Have an awesome day. Peace out, guys.